Hello, and welcome to the digital tour guide of the Salamonie Reservoir, brought to you by New Tech students.
The Huntington Dam is where the city controls the water flow of the reservoir. It also helps stop floods from spreading all throughout Huntington County.
In the reservoir, there are many different plants and animals. Some of the plants and animals are not native to the area and harm the reservoir with their presence. These are called invasive species.
If you see this plant, you can take a leaf from it and chew it up and it'll taste like garlic. This plant is an invasive species called garlic mustard from Asia.
Another invasive species is the emerald ash borer.
The emerald ash borer is a green beetle native to Asia. In North America, the emerald ash borer is considered an invasive species, highly destructive to ash trees.
The animals in the reservoir also share relationships with other species. One of these is called a predator-prey relationship.
A predator is a living organism that eats another living organism. A prey is a living organism that gets eaten by a predator, like a rabbit and carrots or a wolf and deer. With wolves and deers, as the wolf population rises, the deer population falls. And as the deer population falls, so does the wolf population due to lack of food to eat. And as the deer population rises again after reproducing, so does the wolf population. And it continues like that in a never-ending cycle.
There is also a relationship between the trees and the humans there. We will cut down the trees of the reservoir, only a few of them, and then we'll sell them for wood.
The reservoir also has many interesting sights to see and things to do. One of these is the bird lookout at the Conservation Center.
Another big attraction of the reservoir is its sunken city, Monument City. It's sort of like a local Atlantis. Monument City used to be in the valley before they dammed the river and created the reservoir. All the inhabitants evacuated before this happened, and they took most of their possessions with them. Now, when the water gets low enough, you can still see the foundations of old buildings that used to be there. The Salamonie Reservoir also draws a big birdwatcher crowd. This is because of the large population of eagles in the area. This is because, back in World War II, there was a chemical called DDT. This chemical DDT got into the water supply, and then it would get into the insects in the water. Fish would eat the insects, and then eagles eat the fish. What this chemical did in the eagles was it made their eggs very soft and brittle. And so when the mother would sit on them to keep them warm, then the eggs would crack, and then the baby eagle would never be born. Years later, scientists realized that the eagle populations were down, because since there were no baby eagles being made, populations went down with the death of each eagle. So scientists introduced bald eagles to certain areas in Indiana called sanctuaries. The Salamonie Reservoir is now one of those sanctuaries. And so, on your average bird watch, you can see around 150 to 170 eagles in an hour.
Another attraction of the Salamonie Reservoir is the pond.
This pond is found at the Salamonie Reservoir. It may not look like it, but this pond is full of life. In this pond, we found the dragonfly nymph and a damselfly. If you look hard and long enough, you as well might find some interesting features at the Salamonie Reservoir.